Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and I think we're in this curious time in our U.S. history, maybe even globally, where a lot of jobs abruptly pivoted to home telework in March of 2020. At the time of this recording in January 2022, almost 2 years later, a lot of people are still working from home in the U.S., if not 100% of the time, a significant portion of their week. There's this dialogue around work-life balance. Is it really balanced when you wear the same athleisure to work at home as you do when you are not working at home? Are we more tied to our work because we can't even have that separation? There's no question, in general, we're learning to adapt at home, right? We have makeshift offices and some are even at the dining room table. I was curious about how our commute or lack of commute impacts our happiness. People say it's great to not have to go into the office, to get back that time that they would otherwise be spent driving or on the commute. But I wonder if working from home is actually making people happier, as happy as they thought they would be, right? Now, the science is still new on this, and it's certainly not quantitative enough to make any findings, but there is a growing social, school of thought, right? That people still need human connection, and that the beliefs from working from home do not outweigh the benefits. So you think that you're going to have these great benefits. You believe you're going to have these great benefits if you're working from home, but they may not outweigh the benefits from going into the office, where you engage with your colleagues. You see them at the office coffee machine. You can pop into their office to ask them a quick question. It's so much less rigid than an email. Of course, this works with social offices and somewhat social people. Some people can go into the office and still not see or talk to anyone. I'm not sure how much their happiness is boosted in this context. But the separation of the commute, if it's a reasonable time, like super long commutes lead to unhappiness too, but the transition time, it often helps us close the mind loops from work and open up what's waiting for us at home. So there's this report in the U.S. that suggests that getting rid of a 1-hour commute is the happiness equivalent of getting a $40,000 raise. Interestingly, all the research shows that once your commute reaches 3 hours or more, then the negative effects of the commute wear off. So if you were one of the millions of people who pivoted and started working from home, I invite you to look at your day and your happiness levels. Are you as happy or happier as you thought you would be working from home, having a little more autonomy in your day? Or has the hedonic treadmill caught up with us and you've reached your baseline again? Now it's just a new baseline, the one where working from home is really the constant. So you can dive into more of this research, and I'll leave it all in the show notes, but I'm curious, how has working from home been for you? Find us on Instagram.